Hello, everyone, and welcome to our virtual yoga class. My name is Vanessa, and I am here to guide you in your practice. So we'll begin class in a seated position. So make your way there, or at least adjust to your seat. And if you are in cross-legged position, you do have the option of sitting on your ankles. But if you're in a cross-legged position, notice which leg is on forward, the most far away from you, and then switch it up. And then you'll ground your sit bones on the floor. Those are the bones of your glutes. And then check in with your posture. Now, this is a practice of presencing, noticing and checking in with the body. So as you're noticing your posture, you'll notice that you can activate your core and slide your shoulders down. So very subtle ways to keep a nice long spine. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale. We'll take a few breaths here. So I want you to decide whether you prefer to keep your eyes closed or you prefer to keep your eyes open, keeping your gaze on one point. As a reminder, you're not trying to do something correctly here. This is just a practice of checking in, starting to shift our attention to our breath. Our breath is our focusing tool. We're working on strength, flexibility, and balance. Not only is our breath a focusing tool, our breath assists us in deepening into our strength, our flexibility, our balance. I recommend an inhale and an exhale, sigh it out. And then keeping your hands on your knees. If your eyes are closed, you can gently open your eyes. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and drop them down. Just gently activating open air around the shoulders, upper back. Lifting shoulders up towards your ears and then knitting your shoulder blades closer together as you draw them down. So you're purposely lifting and drawing your shoulder blades closer together as you roll them down. One more round, shoulders up towards your ears, and then draw them down. Let's lift our arms up overhead, palms up towards the ceiling, lengthen here. You're lengthening your arms. Once again, we're focusing on our shoulders. This time more the length of the arms, starting to activate on the torso and the back. Start to stretch your side body by stretching towards the left and hold. Keeping your sit bones grounded on the floor. Your chin can be neutral. You're not craning your neck. And then back to center, opposite side. Back to center, round your spine, chin towards chest, palms towards front. Hold. Release. Now, lengthen your spine, one round, shoulders up towards your ears. Express transition. And now take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. You're lengthening the elbows, opening the chest, gently lifting chin up towards the ceiling. You're mostly lifting your gaze up towards the ceiling, lifting your chin. Purposely bring your shoulder blades together, lengthen your arms. And then release, hands on your knees, shoulders up towards your ears, draw them down. And then let's focus a little bit on our lower body here. First, focusing on one leg. We're going to lengthen our left leg out in front, and then press that right foot against your thigh. So we're going to focus on your left hamstring, not just our hamstring. You'll notice that just by flexing our foot, we're stretching throughout the calf muscle, just by lengthening the spine. We're also activating and opening our glutes, hips, even the lower back. Now you're leading with your chest, your heart, as you fold. Keeping a nice long spine. You can have a little bend to your knee here. Hands can rest on your thighs. You can take your hands up to your shins, your toes, just depending on the type of stretch that you're going for here. Returning to your breath as you're focusing forward here. So noticing your breath, and then noticing your breath, how it can assist you in folding a little deeper into the stretch. So you want to notice where your boundary is and fold a little bit more. That's how we're practicing some more body awareness. So as we move throughout our day, we're really inviting that body awareness to assist us. Here with our breath, you can breathe into the stretch. Very slowly and naturally move into a deeper stretch. Deep out breath. Exhale, release. Shift into a twist. Our right foot on the floor. We take our left arm up, we lengthen our spine, and then twist towards the right. So your elbow is hooked on your knee, your chin moves towards your right shoulder, you're lengthening your spine, flexing that left foot towards the front. You want to be active here. Turn it towards that right shoulder. And now release. So lengthen that right leg out in front. Press your left foot right against your thigh. And focus here on our right leg. Flex our right foot for a moment here. Notice I'm stretching the calf muscle. We're lengthening your spine, drawing the shoulders down. Just noticing to the breath. And then start to fold over. You can experiment here with keeping that foot flexed, a little bit more intense, or you can relax that foot. Hands can reach the thighs, your hands are closed. You have a little bend to your knee. You can lengthen your leg as much as you can. Just try not to lock your knee. Feel where your belly expanding as you breathe. Exhale. And then release. Into the twist. Left foot on the floor with your right arm up. Reminder that your body is active. Right foot is flexed, spine is long. Hook your elbow on your knee. Twist towards the left. Let your chin shift towards about the left shoulder to the best of your ability. Take a comfortable breath. And now release. We'll shift into our tabletop position. Hands are going to be right beneath your shoulders. Knees butt hips distance apart. We're going to go ahead and release on top of your lower back. Let's inhale, cow pose. You're lifting your tailbone as much as you can here. You're pressing to your palm. Remain here in your cow pose. Chest is open. Now round your spine. Chin towards the back. Press to your palm. Tuck your tailbone in. Fold here. Chin towards top. Lift your shoulders away. And I'll start to move at your own pace, preferably with your breath. If that natural inhale opens up the chest, after that natural exhale, rounding the spine, into the Hatha. Move at your own pace here. Making sure we're taking care of the release of the back here. And then after a few rounds here, we'll start to come back to a neutral position. Lift that right leg, bend your knees, stack your hips, pull. Round your spine and move towards your elbow hold here. Lift that right leg, bend your knees, stack your hips, opening your hair and hips and move. Rounding through your palms, second round. Knee towards elbow, chin towards plus. Lift your right leg, bend your right knee, stack your hips. And then last round, right knee towards that right elbow, chin towards chest. Hold. And then release. Take a cow and half hold. Inhale. Exhale, round your spine. And then release. Opposite side, we're going to do 3 rounds. You're going to lift your left leg, bend your knees, stack your hips, pull. Breathing into your toes, into your fingertips, belly, chest, lips, inhale. Now round your spine, knee towards elbow, cover, knee towards chest. Working that forward, don't forget your breath. Now lift your leg, bend your knees, stack your hips. Round through your palms, you're always making the adjustments with your hands. Round your spine, knee towards elbow, knee towards chest. Lift your leg, bend your knees, stack your hips. Round your spine, third round. Knee towards that elbow, you're activating the core, and now releasing it onto the floor. Let's inhale up, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine into your platform. And then we'll take a moment to pause and rest here in the child pose. Take our knees to the edges of our mat. Stretch our hands forward, rock our chest or belly towards the floor. Open up your hips, and then breathe. Deep belly breath. Where your body can soften the body, and invite an intentional breath. More intentional breaths here in your child's pose. And then after those 2 breaths, as you ground your palms onto the floor, we're going to lift up, downward facing dog, palms up to the floor, and lift the hips behind you, hold here. Now plank pose, hold your plank pose. Inhale here, exhale. We'll lift back up, downward facing dog. You're lifting your hips, spreading your fingertips on the floor. Breathe into your hamstring, into your lower back. Lift that upper back. Plank pose. Core is engaged, glutes are engaged, quads are active. So lifting your core up towards the ceiling. Lift back up, down, up, inhale. Looking like back into your palms, your fingertips. And then plank pose, hold your plank pose, inhale, exhale, and then lift up, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here for downward facing dog. You're breathing from your toes, heels, up your legs, down your spine, to the top of your head. Full breath, full body. You can inhale, exhale, side out. Now take your gaze right between your hands, walk or jump up to that forward fold. Take that left hand onto the floor, chin or thigh, lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Generous bend to the left knee. You can intensify the stress by lifting your right leg and apply some gentle pressure on that right heel, lengthening that leg. Be subtle. You're opening and stretching a lot here. From hamstrings, hips, glutes. You're in a twist. You're lifting your left hand up. Don't forget to breathe. And now opposite side. Right hand on the floor, so you find it. The left arm up towards the ceiling. Generous bend here to that right knee. Deep belly breath. Don't forget to breathe here. You can take your gaze either up towards the ceiling or release your gaze down towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Keep our arms overhead. Lifting our arms up to standing. We're going to take a moment with our breath, inhaling and exhaling for the day we've had so far. Inhaling and exhaling for this moment. And then inhaling and exhaling for the rest of our day. At any point, exhaling, sighing it out. If your eyes are closed, you can open your eyes. Let's take a moment to check in with your mouth control. Our feet are hips with distance apart, our spine is long. So we're going to shift into an extended mountain pose. Let's lift our arms up over the head. Palms face each other. You're lifting your chin, your gaze up towards the ceiling. You're active here. Chest is open, your shoulders are open. You're breathing from your fingertips down to your toes. And now release, dive down, forward fold. Now, in your forward fold, you're making sure your head is relaxed here. For 3 rounds, we're going to inhale halfway up. So keep your hands to your chin. Now, as you inhale halfway up, double check it. So there's a little lift to my tailbones. I'm activating on the hamstrings. Notice your shoulders, I'm sliding them back. My chin is neutral. Exhale, release, check in with your neck. Your neck is totally soft. Second round, inhale halfway up. Exhale, release, third round, inhale halfway up. Exhale, release. This time you're going to roll up slowly. Head is going to come up relaxed. Take advantage of this opportunity of letting go of that torso, your arms, moving at your own pace. So part of our holistic yoga practice is learning to slow down. It's mostly because we live in a culture of a lot of moving, a lot of doing. We want to practice with that pausing, that letting go softly feels like our body, as well as practicing more active portions of our yoga practice. So in that mountain pose, you're in that moment of pause. Yet your core is active. If I try to move you, it'd be difficult to do so. So let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. If you have trouble concentrating, just increase the length of your inhale and your exhale a little bit more than your intestines. You can do that throughout the class. Noticing a distracted mind. Bring your mind back to your breath to go longer than your nervous. Any pose. always have the choice of keeping your eyes closed, or if eyes are open, I recommend keeping your gaze on one point. That makes your practice more steady, more focused. Release your mountain pose, and you're softening the body a little bit more. Now let's go ahead and shift into our warrior two. Let's take our left foot forward, 90-degree bend to that knee. Our right leg is extended behind us. We'll take our arms out. Arms are parallel to the floor. Keep your gaze steady across the floor or the room here. You're noticing a line of energy radiating from one fingertip to the opposite fingertip. Your legs are decisions are attempting to close, but they can't. Your legs are active, they're grounded to your heels. Very strong pose, very focusing pose, very invigorating pose. Remain here. Hips are open. Take a breath in your heels all the way up to the crown of your head. And now release that right hand behind your thigh and lift our left arm. Notice the stretch here in the lower back, from the side body to the bend to that left knee. Hold. Back to your warrior two. This time bring that right arm over, imagine you're holding a ball between your hands. Sink that left hip further towards the floor. Core is active. Now elbow onto your thigh and lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep your gaze up towards the ceiling because that creates strain in your neck. You can always take your gaze down towards the floor. Now either remain here or drop your hand down towards the floor. You can also grip your ankle extended. Make sure you're opening throughout your shoulders. Breathing through your hips. Hold the pose. Drop that right hand. We're going to take our hands forward. Press through that left foot and then lift our right leg as high as you can. Your left foot. Fingertips are beneath the shoulders. Right foot meets that left foot. 3 rounds. We're going to inhale halfway up. Exhale. Really second round. Inhale halfway up. Exhale. Really third round. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, release. You can either sweep your arms up over your head or slowly roll up, whichever supports you today. And then taking a generous breath here with an inhale and our mountain pose. Exhale. Warrior two. We take our right foot forward, left leg steps back, 90-degree bend. So that means arms are parallel to the floor. Keep your gaze steady. Strong, invigorating pose. We're breathing from our toes and heels up the spine to the crown of our head. Notice that line of energy from one fingertip to the opposite fingertip. Either bend to that right knee, we take our left hand to rest side, lift your right arm up, focus on your lower butt, your side body. Warrior two, inhale. Exhale. Release your elbow right onto your thigh. Lift your left hand up towards the hand. Sink that right hip down towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale. You can drop that hand down towards the center. You can grab your ankles and then keep your hand towards the floor. Keep your gaze up towards the ceiling, or you can release your gaze down towards the floor. That's it for the neck. Make sure you're opening around that shoulder, sinking into that right. Release. Both hands straighten that right foot. Now take your hands forward. Now they're beneath your shoulders. Press through that right heel. Lift your left leg as high as you can. And then left foot, meet that right foot, hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway up through your mouth. Exhale, really popping your neck, second round. Exhale, release, third round, inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release, your point, hug you with them. And knee in front of your heart center or mountain pose with hamstrings. And inhale here, exhale. Sigh it out. Let's go ahead and shift our stance. We're going to prepare for our goddess pose. So that means we're lengthening our stance. Now we take our left toes and right toes to face opposite sides of the room here. We sink our tailbone down towards the floor, hands in front of the heart, your chest, or hands are lifted. You're activating your glutes, your quads. You're sitting low in your seat. Keep your gaze steady to the pose of strength, of stability, of openness. Inhale. Exhale. And now hands in front of your heart center, release. Wide-legged forward fold. We want to interlace your fingers behind us. Lengthen our elbows, fold all the way back, we'll fold halfway. Breathe into your hamstrings and then fold. Now, you can keep your elbows extended behind you, inviting the upper body stretch here. Or if you prefer, you can take your hands to the floor, to your toes. Hear your inhale and exhale. Deep belly breaths and make sure you're softening the neck. You can micro bend to your knees. Generous breath. Two more breath cycles in the wide-legged forward fold. And then start to step out of the pose. Bringing both feet to a regular forward fold. Relax your neck here. Inhale, keep the arms up overhead. Hands in front of your heart center, sun salutation. Release your hands. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Pull down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift up. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, release. Step back, plank pose. Hands release shoulders. Core active. Goes down towards the floor. Elbows close to your torso. Inhale, upward. God. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now, once in that downward facing dog, we're going to go ahead and lift our right leg, bend our knees, stack our hips. So right knee towards that right elbow, hover. Lift your leg, bend your knee, stack your hips. Deep belly breath here. And then right knee towards that left elbow, hover. Lift your leg, bend your knee, stack your hips. Release your foot down towards the floor. Take a generous breath. Prepare for the left side. Lift your left leg, bend your left knee, stack your hips. Left knee towards your left elbow, hover. Lift the foot towards the ceiling. And as you press through your palms, inhale, lift your leg, bend your knee, stack your hips. The left knee towards your left elbow. Lift your leg, bend your knees, stack your hips. Body is active here. Release your foot back down towards the floor. From your downward facing dog. Plank pose. We're going to hold our plank pose here. Inhale. Exhale, lift up, downward facing dog. Ground through your palms, breathe. Hips. Your heels. Plank pose. Hold your plank pose. Lift back up, downward facing dog. And then next plank pose, hold your plank pose, inhale, exhale. 2 more breaths. And release your knees down towards the floor. Drop your belly all the way down towards the floor. Point your toes. You can either interlace your fingers behind you or just shoot your fingertips back. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Core is active. Inhale up. Quads are active. Exhale, release. You're using your breath to assist you. 3 more breaths here. Inhale up. Exhale, release. You at your own pace. Move into your 4th round. Then as you reach your 5th round, remain there. Purposely focus in the 2nd, maybe 3rd cycle of breath. Activating core, lower back, mid-calf, glutes, quads. And then release your left cheek onto the floor. Drop the pose. For your purposes, soften the body here. Let your breath be what it needs to be. It's hard to take some deep belly breath and your belly's on the floor, so find a comfortable breath. Notice that you have to consciously practice softening neck, shoulders, down the spine. Allowing the body to soften. And as we bridge that with a physical, mental, emotional practice, the physical letting go also translates into emotional, mentally letting go. Few more breaths here. And start to slowly shift out. We're going to go through another round. Some active poses here, belly on the floor. This time, 5 rounds. Both arms lift. Inhale up, exhale, release. Use your breath to help propel and find that lift. Inhale up, exhale, release. Another round, you're opening the pose. Inhale, exhale, hold the pose, hold the pose. And then release, opposite cheek onto the floor, dropping. Relax your shoulder. 3 more breaths here, softening the body, inviting a comfortable breath. Intentional inhale and exhale. And then start to shift your hands so they frame your chest. Extend your elbows. From an upward facing dog, we'll move into our tabletop. In that tabletop, switch those hands right beneath your shoulders. We've done a lot of back openers, so let's do a counter pose, a cat pose. Put your tailbone in. And then come back to center. Press that left hand onto the floor. Spine is neutral. Now you'll lift our right arm up towards the ceiling. Hold. And then shift into a needle pose. That means your shoulders might come down to the floor. And now lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. You have the option of releasing that hand on the lower back. And then release. Come back to center. Counter pose to those back bends, round your spine, keep your chest. Release. Right hand on the floor, lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. Side body stretch, so shoulder stretch here, and drop your shoulder towards the floor. Now to twist, supporting your back here. Lift our right arm up towards the ceiling. Release your hand on the floor. And then last half pose. Hands are beneath your shoulders, chin towards chest, half pose. Go right to inhale in this half pose. Hold the pose. And soften the spine and release. So go ahead and lengthen our legs out in front. Palms up towards the ceiling. Slowly release, chin towards chest. Activate your core, going to hover here. Hold. And then drop your head all the way back. Let's take an inhale here, exhale side out as you collapse your body onto the mat. Invite a full body stretch, lifting your arms up over your head, going to your shoulders. Lift your abdomen up towards the ceiling. You can point your toes. And release. Go bend your right knee. Take your hands to grip that right knee. Flex your left foot towards the front. Round your spine, forehead towards your knee, chin towards chest, and then drop your head back. So ideally you're inhaling as you're dropping your head back, exhaling as you're lounging your spine. Two more times. And then the last round, pick your chin towards your chest, remain here. And now release. Opposite side, anywhere between 5 to 7 rounds. You're flexing that right foot, gripping that left knee with your hands. Do that at your own pace. A few more rounds here. You're releasing the lower back, mid back, upper back. On that next round, hold the pose. Now drop your head back, bend both knees, and then rock to the left and forward to the right. Massage the lower back, mid back. Now grip your right foot and your left foot with your hands. From here, your knees remain bent. You can open your legs. You can lengthen your legs. You can rock to the left, to the right. You can extend one leg more than the other. You want to get that final stretch from heels and toes, balls of your feet, down to your calves, hips and glutes, hamstrings. Even your lower back, especially when you rock a little bit towards the left and towards the right. Hold and breathe into the stretches. See how your breath can assist you. And then after another breath or two, release your legs, slowly with a deep breath. We'll come into a butterfly fold. And then notice where you want to place your hands. So you place your hands on your belly, your chest. You can drop your hands onto the floor, palms up towards the ceiling. You can lift your arms up overhead. Make those adjustments here. And allow your body to soften and let go. Now you are stretching particularly around the hips, lower back, opening there. You also have access to that full diaphragm breathing, meaning your belly can fully expand. There's nothing constricting the belly here. Remind yourself of what your full breath is. What does it feel like in your body? Where does your full breath feel comfortable, and where does it not feel? You might experience some discomfort. That's perfectly natural. Especially with your full breath, you just activate different parts of the body you don't normally experience or feel. You can experience anything in the range of comfort, discomfort, and slowing down your breath. That's why it's a practice. At any point, you can go back to more of a natural breath, like deep, long breaths, or your full breath. So it's difficult if you're, or you've experienced it, you know. Stand, making a stretching, opening your shoulders, spine. Imagine your knees falling further towards the floor. Now for another breath. We'll start to release into your final resting pose of the class. Tadasana, palms up towards the ceiling, lie for a long, eyes closed. Your breath is back to its natural rhythm. As you settle into Shavasana, scan around the head, soften the neck and shoulders, down the length of your arms, your wrist to your fingertips. Soften to drop the length of the spine, releasing the upper back, mid back, lower back, and then down the hips down to your ankles and toes. As a reminder, this last resting pose is supposed to let go, to receive, and to integrate your practice. Sometimes it's very explicit, very detailed in what you feel is shifting for you. It could be physically, mentally, emotionally, or it can be ambiguous, and we honor that process as well. Here in Shavasana, we honor the practice of letting go, of the wisdom of slowing down and just being. And then we'll start to shift our attention back to the breath, inviting the generous and leisurely inhale and exhale, restoring some movement to the fingertips or toes. And invite a full body stretch, lifting your arms up overhead, lifting your toes. And or you have the option of turning your body to the side, allowing it to remain heavy and relaxed. Once again, taking a generous and a leisurely breath, a very particular type of breath. And after a breath, we'll start to make our way up to our seat. Then setting a cross-legged position on your ankles and then demonstrating here if you prefer to stretch your legs out, go ahead and do that. And as you shift into your seat, make sure you move with more presence, awareness, integrity, making those subtle adjustments that show that you are aware of your body in a new way. And then we'll stay with the breath. So we'll take our hands to our heart center. Let's remind yourself that our breath bridges your physical, mental, and emotional body. Therefore, in a deep appreciation of the breath, of our experience, let's take an intentional inhale and intentional exhale. And in the tradition of yoga, the highest of moves is the highest.